All right, welcome to the Kelley Pulaski Academy onside kick videos. First thing I want to do is give you a little background on why, a little intro, and some numbers to kind of put with it to show you why we think it's the most important part of what we do is winning. In 2000, I've been the head coach since 2003, and I've experimented with some things. We had never been past the semifinals in the playoffs when I took over. Started doing some fourth down stuff early on and won a state championship. And as we moved on, wanted to keep doing things different, looking for ways to get better. So we started fully onside kicking after every score, unless we were ahead by a lot or behind by a lot, 11 years ago. Since that time, if we recover one onside kick, we're 116 and 3. If we recover two, we're 52 and 0. And so as you can see, it is so important. It is the single number one factor in all of our statistics in terms of whether they're going to win or whether we're going to lose a game. Now, what it does for your team, there's several things. Number one, the momentum. And football coaches, some people believe in momentum, some people don't. Football coaches do. We know how it feels. As you can tell by some of the videos, when you watch our sideline, we recover it. Our team is so up psychologically. The other team's down. Their coaches are yelling at them. We've worked on this. We know how important it is. And then, boom, we score onside, get the ball right back. We scored a little higher rate after an onside than we do when we attain the ball right there in the middle of the field again. I think that's all psychological. The other thing it does is it really brings your team together, makes it a better team concept, makes everybody practice a little harder. Here's what I mean by that. We try to start 8, 9 guys that do not start in any area of the football field other than that. They don't start on any special teams. Other than those, they don't start on defense, offense. But we put them on there, and we want to teach those guys how to go after the ball, how those balls ricochets and those kind of things. And that gives you a whole nother set of starters. Now, what you can do is it motivates those guys to be guys that are great on your scout team, because you can hold that overhead. Guys, we need great effort all the time. You're a starter. And so it makes your team better in so many other facets other than that. Another great thing I like doing is we've got two different kinds of kickers in our program. We've got the ones that specialize in kicking, and we've got the ones that are position players that happen to kick an onside kick great. And over the years, I've used receivers. This past year, we used a defensive back. The 3 years before that, I had another defensive back, and my quarterback was my onside kicker. And there's different great things about each one. If you've got a kicker only, they can work on just that the whole time and get really good at them. If you've got a position player, the thing I like about that is they're more vested in the game. They've been in pressure situations. Walking out there to kick an onside kick isn't nearly as big a deal to them because they've been in those pressure situations every game, many, many downs. So I think there's positive to having both, and it's nice to be able to have kind of a bullpen of kickers to pick from. The last thing it does is it makes the other teams prepare more for your kickoff than they would about anything else. And whether you get one or not, oftentimes it's working for you because they're spending time that they would normally be spending on situations, certain down and distances, certain things you're doing on your offense or defense, or fixing themselves from the last week. So there's so many things that bring this all together and make this one of the most important things that we do in our program.